Hi, this is Kevin with SalesMarketing.net and AuctionMarketing.net. Today we're going to show you how to edit the gallery portion of your website. We sent you an email with a link to your login page with a username and password, and of course a link to this video. Once you have inputted your username and password, this is where you're going to end up. This is called your dashboard. Now I'm going to emphasize something very strenuously here. Anything you do on these pages will have effects to your website. So please don't mess around in here. Don't go just poking around, because you can crash your website or have detrimental effects to it. So please just follow our instructions here and your website's going to work just absolutely perfect. Right up here at the top, you're going to see it says Gallery Bank. So what I want you to do is click on that. Click on Gallery Bank, and here we are. Now we should have already created you a couple of albums within the gallery. This particular customer utilizes 2 albums. So they have an October 29th auction, which is their current auction or their last one, and this was their previous prior to that. So what I'm going to do is their October auction is now going to become their previous auction, and we're going to edit this new auction. The previous auction is going to become their current. I hope that makes sense. So first thing I want to do is come over here and edit this album. Now you can see on this page it has their name, October 29th auction. So I'm going to go ahead and rename that previous auction. And that's all I'm going to do to that particular album. I'm just going to save it. Now here it says album saved. Kindly wait for the redirect. This happens every time, and you need to be patient and wait for this to flip you over back to the original page, which is here. Let it push you back. It won't take any of the changes you made if you hit your back button or anything like that. So now this one is going to be their current auction, which their current auction is going to be, I believe, on the 5th. Yes. So we're going to go ahead and edit this album. I'm going to rename this album Now what I want to do is scroll down. As I scroll down, I'm going to see all of the individual pictures that are in this particular album. So what I want to do is delete. Now, if you're editing an album at any time, so let's say that you wanted to add pictures to this gallery, not a problem. Leave your current pictures alone and then just follow the steps I'm about to give you, and it will automatically add those to this gallery. What I'm going to do in this particular album is actually delete all the pictures, which is this tab right here. If I wanted to delete an individual picture, I could do that as well. Right over here, I can hit delete image, and it will delete. If I wanted to delete 5 images, I could click on 3 images or 5 images and click the delete button, and it would do that for me as well. Now this is also the same area you can edit your individual pictures. You can enter a title, give it a description. You can set in whichever picture you would like as your album cover. You could rotate the image. If it looks better in a different way, rotate the image. But what I want to do in this particular case is actually delete all pictures from this album. So I'm going to click this, I'm going to click delete, and hit OK. Now as you can see, we have no pictures in this album at all. So I'm going to scroll back up here to add files. Now, I already know where these pictures are on my computer. They have about 93 pictures. That's about what they put up, somewhere between 80 and 100 pictures every auction. For the sake of time here, I'm just going to upload a couple of them just to show you how this works. Or I could upload all of these at once, but just like I said, for the sake of time, you can see they have been now queued over here. I'm going to go ahead and start the upload. Now I'm only doing 2 pictures, so this is only going to take a minute or so. If I was doing 90 or 100 pictures, this could take 15, 20 minutes, sometimes up to 30 minutes, just depending on the upload speed of your internet connection. So I'll usually start it, walk away, come back 15 or 20 minutes later, and check on it and see how it's doing. So now I can see these are 100% complete, 100% down here complete. Now if I come back down, there's the 2 pictures we loaded. So I could set one of these as my album cover. It's chosen this one. I could choose this one if I would like as my album cover. I can enter title, enter description. If I wanted to add more files, I just come right over here to add files and add another file. So let's just say we're going to add that one to this thing as well. I can start the upload, watch my percentage increase down here, and in just a few seconds, that picture is uploaded. So now if I come back down, I have 3 pictures in this. If I had 90, it would just take longer, and when they were all finished, it would still read 100% right here. So once I've completed editing this album, I'm going to come back up and I'm going to save the album. It's going to wait for a redirect, so I'm just being patient, waiting for it to do what it's doing. Now that is live on the website. Right this minute, all the changes we just made are all now live to the website. So if I wanted to add a new album, let's say, I could come right here and I could add new album. Now it's going to take me right back to the page I've been used to seeing, which is over here. I need to give it an album title. So I'm going to come up here and I'm just going to name this my test album. I would come over here, I would add a file to my test album. It's queued. Now I'm going to start the upload. Watch for my percentage, overall percentage down here to go up to 100%. And there we go. And now in this particular album, now we have our test picture right here. It's going to set it as the album cover, of course. It's going to enter a title. We can just say a brown sectional. And we could give it a nice description if we wanted to, whatever it is. Now, we can come back up here and hit Save Album again. The album is saved. Kindly wait for the redirect. So we're going to be patient here. Okay, now we have 3 albums. Now just to check this, we're going to come back to this in just a moment. If you come up here to the upper left, where now this particular customer's name is Delaney's, so it says Delaney's Auction. You can just push Visit Site. So I want to go visit the site. Let's see what changes we made. Let's see how they look. So from here, I'm going to go over and look at their photo gallery. And here we are. And now here are their 3. We have their previous auction. We have the November 5th auction. And we have that test picture that we did. So if we click on any of these, of course, it would show us all the different pictures that they had. But now what we want to do is, obviously I don't want that test album live on their website. So I'm going to come back up here to the gallery bank, which I can still achieve from up here at the top. I'm going to go into the gallery bank. I'm going to go to the test album, and I can edit it or I can delete it. And this is preview the album, which is inside the site. And this is reorder the images, where you can go in and say what image goes in what order. I'll make a different video on that option. Or call your sales rep and they can walk you through it. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete this album. And there we go. Now that's no longer on their website. And that's all there is to it. By doing those simple things, you can edit, change. Really, it's real simple and real easy. Make sure before you leave here, you come right up here to this corner, and you want to make sure you log out. Always log out after editing your galleries. And so there you go. And with that, you're all set. Thank you very much. Any questions, please call your sales representative. They'll be happy to help you with any questions you might have. And we sure appreciate your business. Thank you very much.